Whoa! Hey guys, welcome to Testing Academy. My name is Pramod, and welcome again to the next session of the QA Talks, where we'll be discussing about the today's topic. And in this topic, for this topic especially, I think so. We are going to discuss about a very important thing, which is basically the state of testing. So, what exactly we are going to discuss? Okay, so let me show you a quick glance, like what exactly we are going to show, right? So we are going to discuss about the annual incomes of a software testers. How do you become a software tester? Like how you are learning about the software testing, right? What kind of conferences that you have attended or you should attend if you are a software tester, right? We're going to discuss about the testing methodologies, source of information, and lots of different topics, guys. I have like long list of questions or the things that we can discuss in this session. So I think this is gonna be a value packed session, so make sure you see it, right? And let's start the intro. All right, guys. So we are back, and today we are discussing about a very interesting topic, which is basically about the state of testing, right? So let me show you like state of testing report. So basically, what happens is that this is actually a report which is most of the time created by a practice test, and there are a couple of like lots of different domain software tester generally take part in this, and there are like a couple of questions. Anyone who is already working as a software tester or wants to start their career in a software testing, right? I think this is one of the important report that they should read, right? So we are going to go through the one by one, like every most of these questions, and what are the different things that they basically discuss about, right? I hope everything is fine from your side, and I can see like couple of people. Yeah, all right, say hi to me, guys, if you are here. So we are going to discuss today's topic is basically the state of software testing report, and let me show you like how this reports look like. So this is a 2020 report, but you will get a lots of different things. 2021 report, I think it will be available probably in the May. So, but most of the like very informative report, in I think it's one of the important report that you should be reading. And today we are going to see like what are the different things that they have discussed about. Okay, so make sure you pay attention. We are discussing like very important topics. I think these are important topics like annual income, which test management tool is right now people are using, right? Lots of different stuff, I think, right? All right, so I think okay, Rakesh is here. I can see like lots of people. Hello. Hey Shri. So yeah, let's get started, guys, and let me know in the comments what do you think. So let's do one thing. Let's go with the first important thing. I think this is uh, important topic, I think, from my side. So let me go through the report, right? So the first thing I think is it's let me is your annual income as a tester. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this? And I think let's go through the report, right? So this is a report actually I was discussing about, right? Where like different software testers take part, and they give you, it's a kind of a survey report, right? So you will get to know like what exactly are the current trends going on, right? What is the average salary of a software tester. From this report you will get a gist about it. Okay, so if you see this report, like which type of participant that they have participated, right? If you see they are like 28. If you see a red one, it basically means 2020. This is green one, basically means 2029. Okay, so like 28% they are test engineers, test leads, test analysts, automation testers, consultant, and SDETs and architecture. Like 2% of architecture. Okay, so let's discuss the first important thing. I think that is most of the people want to know, right? This thing, yeah, which is your annual income from the testing and the testing related activities, guys. So I know this is one of the important thing that you want to know, right? And trust me, I think there's someone from Facebook. Okay, all right, right. So we are discussing about your annual income as a software tester, guys. And in this report, if you see, right, let's okay, yeah, let me go through this. So it's let me Yeah, I think you are able to see, right? So for India, if you see, if you have less than 1 year, like you will be getting 15k, 15k dollar. It's in dollar, guys. So 15k dollar, I think it's around. Let me check. 15k into like 75, right? So okay, so in India, I think it's very high. The whatever the amount they have given, like probably if you see whenever we start in India, right, as a software tester, the average salary around that we have discussed, I think it's on the LinkedIn video, right? So the tool that we have used was LinkedIn at the time, right? So that is around, if you say, right, that's around like 2.8 to, it can be where it can vary. I have seen people have started with the 2.8 lakhs, right? So as a software testing career, right, which is insane, right? Is insane. And to be honest, I even started with like one of my first company was Accenture, where I have started with very low package. I think that was uh, that was again in India. If you see, uh, software testers are little underpaid, I think. And where if you see India, outside India, I mean to say, like Europe and USA, right, they are highly paid. If you see in this, especially in this, right, if you say that, especially look at the USA's, like it's nearly around 50k USD if you are nearly around 1 year, if you have nearly around one year of experience, right? See the Europe, like it's 21k if you are starting it, right? So I think that makes sense, guys. What do you think? Do you agree with whatever the data that they are showing, especially for the tutor? It is a 2020, right? So okay, like couple of guys are like, hey, yeah. So what do you think, guys? Do you agree with the data? Let me know in the comments if you agree. Like if you have started with from 15k 15k USD. I don't think so. It's a very pretty high for a 1 year's experience, I think. For I think it's nearly around 11 lakhs, which is again, I think it will be around for a test. I think 2 to 5 years experience can have these kind of salary package, right? What do you think? And especially if you see US and Australia, or see uh, especially related to Latin Americas and all, right, they have the lower packages. Like Latin America, Africa, I think they are more lower than us when we are starting as a software tester, right? So okay, I know, like whenever you start your career, like this is annual, guys, this is annual, that especially. So but average out, if you see, right, if you are starting as a career, right, it can be vary. But I have told you in the previous video also, right, go with the upper band, right? There are companies, they are product based company who are basically paying higher. So make sure you try to get the uh, upper band, right? So upper band, I mean to say that, for example, if the LinkedIn salary tool, I think you have seen it probably, right? It will give you a specific band, like upper band and lower band, right? So for example, let's take an example, like for example, you have started your career in software testing, right? So you have suppose for 3.5 lakhs per month in India, I'm saying in rupees, right? So what I would suggest is that try to get, if you can get it like 4.5 somewhere in your company, somewhere in the company, right? Go to the upper band side. Don't go with the lower ones, right? People have started with 2.8 lakhs, but again, that's if they want to start, I think they can, but try to go with the upper band. That will make sense, right? What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Agree, right? So lots of people are saying agree. Like I know this is very controversial topic which is related to salary of a software tester, and I know like people don't want to discuss it. uh, they want to compare it with the software developers and all, but yeah, it's fine, I think. But according to the survey, if you see, right, they are clearly shows that there is a very large difference, right? If we talk about the India specifically compared with the USA. I know like expenditure, like there's a cost of living is very different there, right? But the point here is uh, still uh, there's a large gap, right? If we are thinking about the starting of it, right, starting as a career, right? Sayyid is here, totally agree. Okay, Manoj is here. All right, awesome, guys. Welcome, guys. So we are discussing about the first topic from the report, which is basically the state of testing report, if you have seen it. And we are discussing about the very controversial topic, which is annual income of a software tester. And if you see in the report, it's clearly mentioned that for a less than 1-2 years of experience, they are saying that it's high, but I think it's too high. If you see as a uh, I think for an Indian point of view, I have seen people with the lower ones, right? All right, yeah. So that I think it's a little controversial topic. I think where especially with the African side, if you go with the Latin side, right? They have much lower starting point from us. And but my point here is that always try to get to the upper band, right? All right, so let's discuss about the second topic. I think it is one of the important thing, and I'll tell you my story also, like what is it. So there's a very interesting question, which is how do you become a set of software tester, right? So let me know in the comments, how do you become, like, if you see the report, it is very interesting, guys. It's very interesting. See, uh, if you see, let me tell you, like, this is it, which is to have marked it like 25%, 20 out of 100 people. If suppose this is the report is saying 25%, 25% are got into the testing by accident. This is just mind-boggling, like, guys. This is just amazing, right? Like 25% people still are into software testing by accident. And let me tell you, like, one of the interesting thing before, guys, if you are liking this content, liking this, please make sure you like right now and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and share with your people, because we are discussing some amazing things on this channel about software testing. And I'll be keep on coming on every Friday. I'll try to come on Saturday with these amazing things about software testing and how you can interact. Like, we're gonna discuss most of the things related to software testing, right? Okay, so, like, if you have any question, guys, put down in comment. I'll reply after, like, some time. Okay, don't worry. Please wait a little bit about it. Let's discuss a couple of facts first, right? So here is an interesting thing, I think, which is, how did you become this one basic? How did you become software tester? And 25%. And let me tell you my story, guys. Uh, I think I have started with, when I started my career with Accenture, right? Let me put like this, and I'm gonna tell you my thing. So even I have started. I didn't had any clue, right? What is software testing means. I have known because in engineering we have a subject, right, which is related to software testing. And when I started, even when I started my career, like in Accenture, right? If you see, if you I don't know if you know this, when I started it from Bangalore, where by accidentally they will put you into a branch. Okay, basically they will allocate a certain batch of a people to software testing. That's it. A certain batch of people into support, certain batch of people into developer, right? And so I thought it's my first job. I will be like excel this thing, whatever they have allocated me. I wanted to become developer. Like, I have started my career with development. Like, I was a PHP developer at the time. This is a fact. Yes, I still can code in PHP. So I started it. I was developing couple of apps also on Android. I was doing some backend project as a freelancer. Then I joined Accenture. I thought it's a big company, $1 billion company, and will excel all the things, right? Very excited things, I think. And when I joined it, after 2-3 months, they put me into a software testing project. I thought, okay, but the title was only software engineer, right? So I thought title is engineer means even if I know coding, I can crack my next company, right? So I thought, okay, let's go with it, but let's learn what exactly is the software testing. And after that, we had some inductions, we had some more sessions around the software testing. I kind of started liking, like, what exactly we are doing. And after that, that's how actually I started my software testing career, right? And again, and when I read this fact that got into testing by accident, and I can totally relate to it exactly, that okay, yes, 20, I am in the 25%. I got into the testing by accident. How did you get, like, let me know in the one word, guys. 20%. So Manoj is asking, is laughing like 25%. I think it's more than 25%. Manoj, what do you think? It's more than 25%. And if you see, like next one is moved into testing from another IT job. Like, and I have seen this thing, which is basically saying that if you have uh, most of people who try to switch from to software testing, like two types of people I have seen. Let me tell you very, very interestingly, right? Two types of people who want to switch from manual, so basically from testing to uh, from another job to testing is first one. These are the support people, right? They are still trying to move to testing. That's first thing I think. Let me know if you agree. And the second one is any developer who is just fed up or who's little confused, or sometimes he gets some hard projects and he thinks that software testing is easy. That's why he want to move to the software testing. Like these are the two peoples I have seen. What do you think, guys? Do you agree? Right? I think these are the two people who wants to basically who are these people, like from the report if they are saying, right, move to testing from another IT job from my company. Yes. How much percentage of coding knowledge is required? Okay, that's another question. We'll reply, right, Rohit? Just a little bit. Okay. So right, so this is another interesting fact where if you say 25% out of 100 got into by accident, 21% of the people are moved into testing from another IT job. So overall, if you see, it's 46%, right? So 46% of the people actually, if you see, kind of they don't want to actually move to means it is not like that they want to start or become a software tester, right? So if you see that 50% of the people, I think it's more than 50%, but they are kind of not aligned to become a software tester, but they become software tester because of certain conditions, right? Even I'm the same example, guys, so don't worry. So that is very interesting, I think, and that was a learning from this report, right? How did you start your journey as a part-time job or whatever it is, a software tester, right? So if you read, only 14% are people who wanted to become a tester and I want to learning testing, like 14%. 14%, guys, only 14%. If you see this one is the data, right? So 14% wanted to become only. So out of 100, only 14% people want to become a tester. That's very strange, I think. And again, if you see the data, it's blue one is basically to 2020, second one is 2019, and 22 is basically 2018. So it's keep on decreasing. So right now, if you see, people don't want to start their career as a software tester. That's what exactly is uh, we are getting from this report, right? Yes. Yes. So yes. So Manu is saying, yeah, people think testing is easy, but when I ask them about the testing, they even don't know the basic knowledge. Of course, nothing is easy, Manoj. If you know, like when you start your career in software testing, you know that okay, whenever these things that we have to do, we have to own the quality, we have to find bugs, we have to do a proper procedure. If you are into automation, you have to write code, you have to automate the things, right? So again, that's not an easy task. Uh, so the people who are moving from another job to software testing, they have this kind of a perception that okay, uh, I think it's an easy job, that's why we can move to it. But no, right? So this is a very interesting thing that I have read in this report, right? So if you see, 25% got interesting, and there is another 14% which is basically started as a student. And yes, I have seen this very interesting fact. uh, Lots of people who basically start their journey, they basically uh, as an intern, they get the internship into a testing project, right? So they kind of start liking it, and after that they move to a full-time software testing job. So these are again the people still exist, right? And they have the same percentage, I think it's 14%. So they are typically same. And if you see 8% of the people, which is increasing. If you see, how did you become a tester? It was the easiest way to get my first job. this is strange, man. And these this the percentage is increasing. If you see, like, 6.5%, it has got increased to 8%. So people have a perception that testing is easy, right? Right now, if you see this report very clearly, right? And 8% of the people still think that, but I don't think so it's easy. And 2%, I'm not a tester, but I have it, but I test because my team have moved to hot team testing. I think these are NA people, these are some tech leads or team leads. Okay. Yeah. So hey Rupa, yes, how are you? All right. Okay, so let's this is a very strange report, guys, we have seen. And all right, so let's, I think, do a very interesting thing. And how did you become tester, and how do you learn testing at the present? This is very interesting thing, and I think you guys should pay attention to this, guys. How did you learn the testing at present? And see the exam, see the report. I see the report. 67% people are still saying you will learn about software testing by doing the things, which is, again, I think, I am telling this thing from the starting of my channel. You have to do, learn, and teach, right? So you have to perform the do. Like, do is a part of it, right? So whatever you are learning, you have to do it. Then on after that, you can teach it, right? So just doing it, it basically means that you have to learn the concepts. You have, after learning the concept, you have to implement it. Do the weekend projects that I always talk about, right? In the previous live session, I have talked about it, right? How to remove unhappiness, how you can remove unhappiness or another things, how you can learn more about the software testing is just by doing it. Make sure you have certain weekend projects that you do. So make sure you prepare a good GitHub profile, right? So that you can get more opportunities. Like, people, the first thing people see is your LinkedIn profile. Second thing that people will see is your GitHub profile. Okay. Even right now, I have asked a couple of HRs who see your GitHub as well as LinkedIn profile. So make sure you update it and make it look awesome. Yes. So how you are learning it? Just by doing it. Second thing is, I think, books, conferences, meeting, webinars, and formal training, online communities and forums, right? So again, it is decreasing in nature. But if you see the 2020, 19 and 18, which is again the different colors, 67% is still, it is increasing, right? So just by doing it, so pay attention to it. How do you learn about testing at a present? Make sure you do the stuff on weekends. That's what exactly it implies. Okay, let me know if you have any question. Awesome. Okay. All, all right. Cool, guys. Cool. So let's jump to another very interesting question, like, which is basically, have you attended any conferences? So okay, so like, so online, I think there are like couple of software testing, lots of, I think, these are the conferences on certain, some of them are online, some of them are not online, and they happen like probably offline, right? So you can attend them, and I think I have attended couple of them. Selenium conference, of course, I have attended. Like, on your online test conference, I have attended. So you can go through it, and this or the report link is in the description, guys, or I can give you also after this video, right? So you can download it, make sure you read it. It's very interesting stuff, guys. So you can what I would suggest is, attend these conferences. Even if they are paid, invest in yourself, because this will increase your chances. Basically, whenever you go to any kind of conference, actually what you are learning is that whatever those people have done it, right, you just take it, right? So I've seen, like, right now what is happening, people try to give you what exactly they have uh, done in the organization, right? For example, sometimes if you see certain organizations, or for example, in Selenium conferences, right, what happens is that people show you like how they are executing thousands of test cases. Some people will show you that, okay, what they have done with the Docker, Selenium grid, and all, right? These things they basically talk about it. So what you can do is, I think, the one thing that you can note it down is just topics, because you will not able to grasp all the things from a whenever that the person who's presenting it. But I think you can get the topics, and after that you can do the research afterwards, right? So that you can do that. So make sure you attend the conference, guys. This is one of the learning I think I'll give you, that I have attended lots of conferences, especially related to software testing, and these things help you. These things definitely will help you. So go with it, attend the conferences, invest, if even if it's a paid one, I think you can invest it a very small amount of it, and definitely they will help you to get the trends, especially related to the testing trends, right? So if you are my point here is very simple, guys. If you are interested, if you are doing software testing, do it at very best and learn the things. Yes, awesome. Okay, awesome. So let's quickly jump into the few of the things, which is basically number of testers in your team. And I think this is a very simple way. Like this in this report, they are basically talking about like how many testers you have. So in 2020, if you see, like majority of the people, like 34 uh, right now, and you can go through the report, guys. It's very straightforward. And yeah, all right. So there are a couple of things I think we can go through it, which is basically what kind of task that you do, right? So task basically means if you are a source of let me see where it is. What kind of task do you do? Yeah, if you see here, task of a tester in your organization, right? So it basically talk about, right, what kind of task that you most of the time software testers are doing, right? And I think most of the testers here are, so most of the time are automation tester. That's why they are giving you these kind of answers, like creating a test automation script, a test data management, responsible for testing, documentation analysis and testing. So majority of the people are creating scripts only, right? I think this is pretty straightforward, right? Because if you are a any kind of a software tester or any kind of I mean automation engineer, so the only task that most of the time you will be doing is creating these scripts, right? So that's exactly this reports signifies what are the major tasks. So you have to do test td, which is test data management, and the automation of your scripts. That's like a most important thing. And sometimes they are responsible for development environments. Yes, we are like, even we do it. We have some testing and development environments that we can take care of it, right? All right, guys. Okay, so awesome. Yeah, so do you have any questions, guys? Ask in the comment. I'll definitely reply, right? Any question related to anything, we can discuss about it. This is the QA talks, right? We discuss these things, right? And these are the things, guys. Make sure to subscribe. You can, if you want to learn something about the software testing, go to sdet.live/learn. You can search for sdet blueprint. If you are interested in learning advanced API testing, you can go to learnapitesting.com, right? This was a little bit about it. All right, guys, awesome. So let's take some questions in middle, right? Okay, so hey sir, I have a doubt. So Gokul is asking, what is the need of REST API of a product when you have automation testing? Okay, I think there's a little confusion. So basically, what is happening is, so what is the need of REST API testing of a product when you have automation testing? All right. So let me tell you like why we do API testing first, right? So I think there's a very this is very a very strange question, but I think I get the point, like what exactly he wants to ask. So he basically want to know like why we do API testing of a product. We already have automation. I think you are getting confused a little bit about it. Let me give you a very simple way. So whenever you have any kind of a product, like for example, it's a web product, right? So what we can do is that we can, it's a web application, for example, a facebook.com, right? So whenever you try to automate it, so you can do it like a two ways. Like first one is basically UI automation, or you can be UI automation plus functional, where you will just automate using Selenium, right? And if you know this application which are you are basically running, they eventually work with the APIs, right? And most of the people right now are using REST APIs. So what you can do also is that you can write your test case at a API level, right? So there is a basically, if you see, we have UI test cases, we have APIs, and we have integrations, right? So API test cases, whenever we write it, right, these are cost effective and they are very easy to create and easy to maintain. If you go above, like for UI testing or for example Selenium ones, they are costly, they have a higher cost of maintenance. So that's why people prefer to use API testing, which is second layer. Okay, so that's what exactly that's why we wanted to do, right? I think it let me know, Gokul, if that is the answer of your question. Okay, so we do the API testing or REST API testing specifically because we want to save our cost and we want to make it more reliable, maintainable. Okay, awesome. I think that makes sense, right? Yes. So Ruchik is asking how to test machine learning projects. Oh, very interesting. So to be honest, I haven't have any kind of a project related to machine learning that we have tested, right? So I'm not a right person to give this answer, but I can definitely point out some of the person who are doing it. Okay, so I think you can join our Facebook group, Rishikesh, and we can have more discussion on it. Okay. Okay, so Rohit is asking like how much percentage of coding knowledge is important for software testing. I think this is very Rohit. Don't get offended, but my point is there is no percentage actually. I think let me come like this. Yeah, I think what you can do is so right now you exactly you wanted to ask is that uh, I have very little knowledge of coding. Can I be a better software tester? So my point here is that if you are a manual tester, right? If you have started your journey with manual testing, right? I know you haven't done most of the coding part in that case, right? Even if you are right now into automations, I have seen if you take example of like 100 people who are into automation testing, right? Majority of the people are still doing the doing the manual testing, okay, and they write very few scripts. And trust me, you don't require very heavy knowledge of a coding in that case, but you require the concepts which are core in nature. I mean, if you are work, suppose I'm supposing I think you are working with Java. Okay, so let's suppose it. So you should have the knowledge of core Java, like collections, hoops, concepts, right? I think that's enough. You can contribute to your existing projects. You can do uh, whatever the project or the Selenium framework that you guys have created, you can contribute it if you know these things. Okay, there's no particular percentage about it, but this is the point of concepts. So pay attention to the core Java collections. I think core Java contains the collections, right? Core Java collections and the oops concepts. Okay, plus Selenium commands. That's it. So that's will if you have hands-on, do projects on weekends, definitely you will have a better understanding of it. Okay, so which is the best so okay, Naresh is asking which is the best in testing Java or Selenium Python. Both are, I would say, right now if you see majority of the people, basically we whenever we are talking about like which language is good for starting out, I think you can go with both of them. But right now you have to see like whatever the company that you are applying, which language they are using. So most of the time if you see people are using Selenium with Java, right now people have started using Python. So that's again you can try out, right? So it's totally depending upon the company that you are applying. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that thing, right? So whenever you are so whatever the company that you are applying, just research about them, what kind of language they are working on. I think what you can do is that start learning Java, get some commands in Selenium, and the same commands, similar kind of commands are available in Python also. So even if they tell you to switch it, I think you can do it because Selenium commands are pretty much similar, only the syntax different in this case. Okay, so you can go with it. All right. Okay, so Manoj is saying that yeah, people think that it's easy at them, even yeah, they don't have a basic knowledge. Like that's one of the important thing. So I have seen people who are still talking about that. Okay, testing is easy, but trust me, it's not. Right? Okay, so this is very interesting thing. I think Rakesh is asking, which is from manual to automation to become a devo. What do you think about this process? Manual to automation, after that it's becoming a DevOps. I think it's totally fine. I've seen people moving from automation or normal manual testing to directly to DevOps by learning I think different concepts related to some Kubernetes, Docker, some Linux based commands, right? So definitely you can try out, Rakesh. I think totally upon you. if you are ready for it, go with it. Means if you have interest in DevOps. Okay, awesome. Right. Okay, so Mandeep is saying, "Hey Pramod, you are helping a lot. Keep going, brother. Thanks a lot, man. I think you guys are actually motivating me, and you can ask anything, right? We can discuss, guys. This is just a public forum, right, where we can discuss the things. And whatever I'm learning, I always tell to my audience, right? It's very simple formula, which is learn, do, and teach. That's it. So whatever I'm learning, I'm doing, I'm teaching. That's it. It's very simple, and I think that will make sense. Yes. All right. So okay, so it is very strange question. So let's take it. It's basically, sir, in my college campus placement, one company offering role of testing. No one else is applied for that job. 2020 batch. Very. I think. Mm, okay. So one. Okay. hmm Right. So I think Rishikesh, the problem here is, I think I can understand this problem, and I think it's due to because people. I have told you, right. We have seen in the previous report, right. About 46% of the people who are into software testing, they don't want to start their career in software testing. If you see the report of 2020 state of testing that we were discussing about recently, right? So that's why people have this misconception that, okay, if you are starting as a career software tester, you will get a less project, less salary. First, this is the first thing, I think. Less salary. Second thing, they will think, okay, you will be doing manual testing, which is again boring. And third thing, it will become boring, or you will not get more exposure. You are just a software tester, and blah blah blah. 3 points, right? But my point is very simple, guys. If you are a good automation tester, or if you have switched from yourself from manual to automation, after a certain level, the salary difference is basically same. I mean to say, whenever you reach at a lead position, like for example 3 to 4 years, right now in the right now, even the companies in India are paying software tester a very good package right now. If you know, right now we are moving towards remote work, right? So you can get the projects from Upwork or Canada or Brazil. Like I have right now, I have like couple of people who have joined a remote company, and they are getting the same package from the US. So as imagine like getting $70,000 package in India, which is nearly, I think, even the developer with the 4 or 5 years in Bangalore are not getting that thing. So $75,000, I'm saying, guys. So they're starting their career with like 1 2 years of experience. So that's the thing which is basically taking over. So this is actually the old perception that starting your career as a software testing will ruin your career, I think. But I think it's not. Right now I'm working with some great talent, and people are, trust me, this is just a perception from a student point of view. When you reach at a certain level, like after 2 3 years, you are not doing the manual testing, you are basically owning the quality, which is a very different thing. And even if you become a developer, right, probably for 5 years 4 5 years you will do the development, right? After that you will move to some management role, and then you don't have the development alone, right? So that's where you become very similar to the tester, right? And even when you become QA manager and all, they have nearly the same package. Even in India, they have the nearly same package as a dev managers. So I think this is just a questions of perception, guys. So I think if you are interested, go with it. But again, you have to make your choice from your side, right? Is that answer your question, Rishikesh? Let me know. Rushikesh, I think it's sorry for your name, but I think that's the thing. Awesome. Okay, so this is very specific question, Shweta. So she's asking, like, the question is not about automation, but I need answer for the question: how to handle the change request or requirement in the agile if already sprint has started. Very interesting thing. So what you can do, if there's a particular change request is coming, right? Agile is all about change request, right? We basically, if there is any particular change in agile, it's always they always say that okay, any change can be expected, and we totally allow that change, right? So there is a particular change, then we totally allow that thing, right? So that's what agile is. If you know that 12 principles of agile, it basically clearly says that, right? So you can discuss with your with your product manager or EMs, right, that there's a particular change in requirement, or probably most of the time it will come from the design sides, I know, and you can accommodate it, but according to the, you have to change your estimations also after that. Okay, Shweta, so I think that's a question you can think about it, and you can contact me on Facebook group, we can discuss more about it. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is, I think this is the thing, how to get more job opportunity as test automation engineer. And let me tell you one thing, Chikesh, that you can do. Add, so you guys are using LinkedIn, I think, very wrong way. What you are doing is that you are adding the same connections. What you can do is that go to your LinkedIn, add the HRs, at the HRs of the company where you want to work, okay, and add them. And if you can buy some premium plans of LinkedIn, which is great, send them in mail if possible. You can create a small video about it. I have done this concept, I'm going to give you more information about it, like how I have done it. So I think this concept I have learned from Web of Syncity, which is a LinkedIn which basically tell you about the which basically allow I think it, he has a course of the LinkedIn mastery. So what I have done, in a similar way, I have contacted couple of HRs, and what I have done is that I created a very small personal video and sent over the message in the LinkedIn. And this is what exactly I have sent. Uh, Hey HR, whatever it is, company name. My name is Pramod. I've been working as a lead for like 8 years. I want to do this thing, and let me. I think you have an opening, and I will be best match for you. I have basically done some. So I have just showed some number. Like I have increased the productivity of the people like 10%. I have reduced the number of cases and something like this. And after that, and sent on the LinkedIn message. And trust me, they reply back, and out of 10, 6 have replied back. Two of them have given me that okay, it's a very unique approach, and trust me, it will help. So you can get more opportunity in your LinkedIn. Add the HRs and give the personal message. If you don't want to do a video on a video, you can do it by sending an email also, or a message also, a very sweet message, a personalized message that I why I am totally fit for that role. That's it. Okay. Okay, so thanks. No, no worries, Shweta. Thanks. Okay, so let's take a couple of questions. Sir, one automation guy whose package is nearly 20 LPA in India shifted to Munich, and his package was euro, which is it just a call loving there and actual. Okay, I know this thing. So 20 lakhs in India. Okay, so and 65,000 euros, which is nearly 60 LPA in India, right? But the point here is that if he will move to Munich, right? So cost of living is very high, and if you know Munich, these things, I think these are in Europe, and they have 40% of the direct cut of tax. Okay, so out of 60 lakhs, 40% is nearly gone. So it's nearly around 24 lakhs is straight gone, right? And after that they will rent some, they will do a renting and all, right? And rent in unique or especially in Europe side is very high, right? And after that cutting and all, I think in my personal I'm don't curse me the exact thing, it's very it will be nearly around generally I have this kind of perception, like for example, if you're getting 60 lakhs in Munich or this outside of India, right? So eventually you're nearly you will be getting around 35 lakh-ish in India. It's very similar to if you are getting 30 or 35 lakhs in India. Okay, so from 20 eventually the jump is just 20 to 35. That's it. I think it's nearly around 15 lakhs. So yeah, doubled it his package, but yeah, cost of living is high and savings again are very strange. You will, so totally depend. If you are comfortable in switching from outside, I think you can go with it, Manoj. And it's a good jump. I think it's a good jump. But if you imagine if this person bought the same 70,000 or $80,000 or $60,000, suppose $80,000 from remote work. Imagine that in India, right? So I think that makes sense. So this is like third layer, right? So most of the people right now doing this thing. Let me know in the comment if that helps. Right. So Sandeep is saying, hey Sandeep, that I have watched your videos of salary earning, but I want to know how much salary a fresher would get in Mumbai or India for a manual tester, automation tester. Okay, very straightforward. It's very straightforward. Let me show you. Let me screen share one more important thing, important tool. Again, right? LinkedIn salary, same thing you have to do. Just type out QA engineer. Let's see in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Got it? Sandeep, so similar thing I'm doing. If you see, for any person who's starting, you can get around 3.1 lakhs, and this is just a lower band, guys. Go with the I told you right. Go with the mid one. So I think as a starter, you can get 3.5 or 3.7 ish. You can go with this upper brand also, which is nearly around 4.6. Okay, so that you can do that, Sandeep. Okay, after that, if you go with the upper things, for example, I mean upper things, I basically mean that when you become senior, right, and those things, then you will have some uh, more package, I think. And one more thing is that I think go with the some companies who pay higher. Okay, so that can help. That will help a lot. But a problem here is that if you don't own any home at Bombay, it's very costly, guys. Trust me. Okay, so Shweta is saying thank you. Thanks a lot, Shweta. No problem. Rakesh is saying thank you. Okay. Hey, how are you? Right, guys. So where were we? Where were we? Okay. So we were discussing about the task in the organization. Yes, in the state of test. Yes. So let me. Okay, that's wrong link. Yes. Let's move back. Awesome. Right. So if you see again, most of the software tester, if you are an automation tester, about 76% you will be creating scripts. You will be doing 57%. You will be maintaining your data, right? You will be responsible for testing and development environment, like top three things. Most of the time you will be doing. So that's if you are doing something else, I think you are probably in the wrong wrong. I think you are at a wrong place. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to these things. So most of the time, task that you are doing, it's related to creating scripts, management of your test data, responsible for this, and of course, fourth thing is documentation, which eventually we have to do, right? Okay. Okay. So one question which is Roshni is asking nowadays, a maximum company ask you about the mobile testing, APM testing is really so important to learn. I think my point is very straightforward. If you are into web testing, like for example, which is your forte? I think in probably one of the live session we had discussed about it, right? Which is basically what is your forte? If you are comfortable in testing web application or mobile application or both, which is it? I have worked with mobile application also. I have worked with web application. I personally like on doing only related to the web application, but I'm okay with the mobile application. I have worked with couple of like I think for in TV and all, we have worked with APM. When APM was starting out, we have worked with it. I have created some APM Python related tutorials, which were most of people were asking about it. Like even have not used APM Python at the time. It was in I think 2015 ish, 2014, I think 2013 or 14. We were when we have used APM and all. So people, Roshni, the point here is very simple. Right now, more and more mobile applications getting developed. Right, they need someone who can basically write the test cases, automate it, so that they can have a smooth release cycle. Right? Yes, exactly, right. So that's why it is important to learn APM, right? So you can, I would suggest, I think it's a very not a very hard tool to learn. You can buy some courses on Udemy and another platforms and do the testing on a weekend project. Definitely will help you to learn APM. I think probably in 30 days, if you are someone like me, you can learn in it 7 days. But if you're not someone like me, I'm just joking, guys. But I think average 15 to 30 days is enough to learn or get a grasp of APM testing. If you are comfortable in Selenium, guys, the similar, pretty much similar commands are in the APM. Okay. So is that answer, Roshni? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no? Okay. So Rishikesh is saying that Sandeep, if you have good analytical skill, you can get it. Of course, you can get. If even as a fresher, I've seen. Let me tell you one interesting thing, guys. I've seen people in some of the companies, especially in India, starting out from their career from 5, 6, 7, 8 lakhs per month. Not per month, sorry. I mean to say per year. You can start it, but average out, go with average out, which is basically around 3.5 lakhs, right? But I would suggest if you can get it as early, for example, 1 and 2 years afterward, if you get 6, 7, or 8, go with it. Okay. Yes. So Roshni is saying yes. Awesome. All right. Yes. That's what I am discussing, right? Even as a fresher, you can get up to it, but again, it totally depends upon how well you are, how good you are, and if you are applying at a right company or not. Uh, like MNCs don't pay freshers very well, right? You know it, right? But if you are someone who's applying in a product based company who is new, sometimes startup can give you a very extra because they want someone who can help them in automation, right? So especially I've seen people at startup can give you some more package, but again, some startups will just kill out and give you only 15,000 per month, which is again, there are two ways in Bangalore, right? Again, 2 points, two way. But my point is, search for the upper band, go with the higher salaries. That's it. That's the simple thing. Excellent. Yes, that's what we are discussing, right? Awesome, guys. I think we have discussed some important things, and let's see, like which test management tools you guys are using. Let me know in the comments, guys, which one you are using. If you are new, if you are a fresher, which tool you want to learn. Let me know in the comments. Let's discuss, right? And let me show in the report like which tool generally these people, most of the people are using, right? So let's see where it is. Testing techniques will come after this. Source of testing, how much testing is done by, will come after this. Okay, test management tools. Yes, awesome. Let me make like this. I think that's good. Yes. Which one you guys are using? Okay. Go for okay. Yes. Go for the product-based companies or well-established startup. Very well answered, I think. Can you explain API testing in short? I think you have to watch my API testing playlist. Okay. So you can do that. I think where I have discussed. Shubham, let me know if you have doubt afterwards. You can contact me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I'll happy to help you. Okay. So we were discussing about something which is basically test management tools, right? So we were discussing about the which test management tools you use, right? So if you see from the report of this state of testing, you see that bug tracking like Bugzilla, Jira, and Redmine, like they have nearly around 76% right now. People are using that. Is insane. That is insane. After that, like Trello, Jira Agile, I think afterwards it is Microsoft Excel still rules, I think, with the 52%. Still, I think we also use Microsoft Excel, and it's one of the awesome tool for a software tester, right, to get it started. Uh, right, like okay, so 43% uses GitHub and Bitbucket. I think these are not test management, but most of the time these are just tools actually. Okay, so mind maps and all the things. Cool, awesome. All right, guys, awesome. Okay, so there's a question like, sir, in product based for a development, they ask for data structure and algorithm. Is it same for automation testing? In product based companies development, they ask. Okay, so Manoj, my point is, I think data structure is important that you should know about it, right? But the not the hardcore one means I've been into testing for like 8 years now. Uh, you should know the concept. You should know how to apply them, but most of the time when you are creating your test scripts, those I think very few concepts of data structure you are going to apply. I mean, my point here is that you know, like how to use hash maps in Java, right? Most of the time you will be using hash map. Most if you are working with threads, you will be using concurrent hash maps. I'm just giving you some examples. But if you go with advanced data structure like try binary trees or all the things, I think those are not getting implemented or not required to get implemented in your test scripts. That's my personal point of view. uh, those are little advanced concept. You should know them. I am not telling that you should not know it, but if you have a good grasp of core Java collections and Selenium commands and all, you can create scripts, good scripts, and that is enough, man. That is enough. I don't know why people are giving you this information like you need hardcore data structure knowledge and algorithm. I disagree in this case. I disagree in this case. But where I would suggest, if I were you, I'll go with core Java collections, Selenium commands, Selenium architectures, creation of the Selenium framework knowledge, best practices of coding. That's it. That's enough. That will be uh, that will be enough. Will you be uploading this video later? This is live session, Neha. After, I think it will be available after some time. So don't worry. You can watch it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Sankaran Sun. Okay, very different name. I really like the name. Sankaran Sun. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Please don't blame me. I've spent almost 10 years as a functional QA. Now I'm trying to switch to automation or REST assured API. However, no luck. Yet, as from designing framework, I have only basic knowledge. Please suggest. Okay, so if let me give you this way. Suppose I were you in this case. Okay, so what I will do is that I have 10 years experience, right? I'm trying to switch to automation. First, my point will be uh, right. Okay, let me give me 1 second, guys. I think my video stuck. All right, it's working fine. Okay, so my point here will be very simple. I'll start with the language, programming language. Okay, suppose I think most of the people are preferring Java. That's why. So I'll go with the core Java understanding. I'll take some courses related to core Java. Thoroughly go through the collections, learn about the Selenium, learn about the Selenium advanced concept, framework knowledge, implement them on my weekends, create some projects, will automate some projects related to some real world websites. Don't automate these request.in or some demo catalog projects or HP demo website. Don't automate them, which is very basics. Okay, go with the SPA apps, automate them. If you need the list of real world apps, let me know in the comments or probably in the Facebook. We'll discuss more. And so my point here is core Java, Selenium commands, advanced stuff related to Selenium framework. After that, I learn about the API testing using Postman, I think. And after that, whatever that I'm learning or doing from the projects, for example, if you have seen in the past, we have done some 4 live projects in Postman, which were, and after that the collection that we have created, for example, we have worked with live project of GitHub repo, Spotify playlist, Jira in Jira APIs, which contains Auth1, Auth2, and all those things. And there's another one, I don't remember it. And after that, we have converted the same test cases, whatever that we have written APIs, into the REST assured. Okay, in the framework. That's what I'm telling you. So that's what you will get more exposure about how you do it in practically. Okay, so that's how I think you can go with it. It doesn't matter you have 10 years of experience, right? What exactly needed from you is that you should have this knowledge. Plus, there's one thing which is, I think we have discussed in the previous videos, which is you should have some knowledge about the infrastructures, like how to set up your infrastructure related to automation, how to calculate test coverages. If you are setting up some Selenium grid, how you can do that. So they will basically ask you some information about the test architect level. Okay, so they need some information from their side, and that's where if you have lack of these basic concept, you will find it very difficult. But after getting this information, you should go with the advanced stuff, like how to set up Selenium grids, like, okay, and how to reduce your number of test cases, how to basically run parallelly, more parallelly, how you can run those test cases, right? I think that's where it makes sense, right? If you want to discuss more, let me know in the comment. We can have more discussion on the Facebook group and all. Okay, I hope that answers your question. I'll give you a definitely a kickstart, right? And if you're interested, I think you can go with the SDET blueprint also, where we have like lots of people, a couple of people, I think, who have more than 15 years experience from, and they are starting from performance to automation and all. So we have helped them. Let me know if you are interested in this case. Okay, but I think that's help. Okay, all right, awesome. Okay, so Sumod is asking, can we write automation script for Flutter apps using APM? I think there's a Flutter APM driver, APM Flutter driver. I haven't used it. I have heard about it. Sumod, you can try out. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it. Okay, Flutter APM driver. Okay, I think that's the name. Okay, awesome. Okay, so yes, Manoj, I can give you interview. I think they are talking to them. Okay, that's a different thing. Okay, so one of the Facebook user, I don't know who is it, but I have a knowledge of automation. Can you explain how soon I can learn any automation tool? How soon? This is a very subjective question, man. I think what you have to follow the process, which is the process is very simple. It's going. I need to choose a tool, do a 30 days challenge. I think you can do that. If you let me give you the very simple one. For example, if you are learning from if you want to learn from the Postman, suppose you are starting with Postman, right? Do a 30 days API testing with Postman challenge that I have created. Do the 30 days of API testing challenge with Rest Assured. Afterwards, two things. Do the 30 days of automation challenge where we kickstart with Selenium. Do 30 days of Selenium one, with where we learn advance and create our automation framework. Four things, right? And right now we have started with I think 30 days of karate API, so you can go with it. Cypress one, I think you can go with the Cypress tutorials also. These are 30 days, I think, not 30 days, I think these are 12 or 15 days of Cypress creating and doing some live projects, so you can do that. So how soon, I'm not sure, but I think probably in 2-3 months or 4 months you can learn these 4-5 major topics of the testing. I think you're good to go. All right. Let me know if that helps in the comment. Okay. Okay. So Neha is asking from where we can get the real-time project, Selenium practice project. I'm learning Selenium, but I'm not getting any projects to practice. Okay. So I'll share you a couple of projects. If you have, I think the best way to get it from is that if any kind of uh, real world app that you have worked previously, you can talk. You can basically take it. If you are able to find some staging environment of those, then that will be very great. So I can share you a couple of projects internally. You can do try out, right? But I would not recommend to do it on demo.catalan studio or some demo websites. Those are very pretty much easy, but if you see real world projects, you will know you will see the problems I'm talking about is that you will not able to find most of the time XPath, CSS path. So how you will come up with the strategies, like that's the important thing. Yeah, so definitely I can share some of the projects. You can connect me on the Facebook. Okay, we can have some projects. I can share you a couple of uh, my previous companies where I have worked on, and they have some trial or demo accounts that you can create and try out their product and automate it. It's a real world project that we have done it, right? So that's what you can try out. Okay, let me know in the comment if that helps. Yeah. Okay, so okay, no problem. Thank you, man. As a fresher and not much interested in development, how could I start my testing career? Awesome, Shubham. Awesome, Shubham. So I think if you are not interested in development, but my point is that if you move towards automation, you have to write code, then you will be eventually developing something, right? So then if you are someone who is basically think that testing is easy and only I'll do manual testing, I think you will have a very hard time doing it. Okay, so make sure. So I think it's not a very valid reason to get started as a software tester, that okay, since I'm not interested in development, But I would say you will be doing some stuff. You will be doing some stuff in the development. So you will eventually will be developing some of the scripts, test scripts. So yeah, I think it is not a right perspective to start a career in testing because you hate coding. When you move towards automation, you will be coding some things, and when sometimes we have to create some scripts or some environment related things which are pure coding, and sometimes you have to read files, read test data, and create some utilities, right? Small utilities. Then you have to write code. So I think Shubham, I hope that makes sense. Be prepared for it. Okay, you may get those things, but yeah. All right. Let me know if that helps. Okay, so my point, let me reiterate. My point here is very simple. If you have this perception that you will not be developing code or not will not be doing coding, that's a wrong perspective. You will be doing it. So be prepared yourself, even in the testing. Okay. Okay. So okay, no problems. I'll definitely try. Best company for testers. Very interesting question, Amil. I'll try to come up with it, but I think it totally depend upon which location you are. For example, if you are in Delhi or if you are in Bangalore, so I'm just talking about the Indian point of view, guys. If you are in Mumbai, right? What are the companies? I think uh, the best way how I do it is very simple. It's I'll just go to Glassdoor and search for it, like for the rating of the CEO, rating pros and cons in the Glassdoor.com about the companies. That's I think the best way to get it right. I'll try to create one list from my own, but uh, again that will be list basically which I like, not exactly what you want. Okay, so that's again will become very controversial. Okay, so I can give you the straight point of view, which is again going to glassdoor.com and search for the pros and cons and the rating on it. I think that is the best approach. Okay, so ThoughtWorks, yeah, ThoughtWorks is good company. I think if you get to know, like I have like a couple of friends who are working there. Awesome company. I think if you are starting your career as a ThoughtWorks in a QA, go with it. I think they will give you a very more information. I not will they will they are doing some I think some good work in software testing. Okay, so I think that will help. All right, guys. I think it's already 1:07. I think it's quite late. Thanks a lot, guys, and I hope you have learned something new in this video. Let me know in the comment, guys. Type one if you have learned something in the this discussion state of testing report. I want one, all of you to write one. If you have learned something new in the state of testing report, link in that will be available in the description afterwards. Okay, so you can download it, and couple of shorts are coming. Let me know in the comment, guys, if you want to what kind of topics that you want to cover in the future. Okay, I will be happy to come up with these questions. Okay, so I'll I think what I will suggest is go through this report and try and see what exactly how these different careers in testing are important. Okay, I want all of you to write one. Is learning protector worth? Of course it is. I think it's still a very good tool for testing Angular as well as SPA applications like single page application. It works very well. I think Ramasi, it's still a worth to learn. What will the future of Cypress in 1-2 years? I think they whatever the limitation that they will have, they will eventually I think will remove those limitations and the trade-offs that they have in Cypress. And after that, I think it will become a very advanced UI end-to-end JavaScript framework. All right. So 111. Thanks a lot, guys, and I hope you have learned something. If you have still have any question, comment down below. I'll be happy to help or see you in the Facebook group. Okay. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. All right. Thanks a lot, and bye bye.